Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. This is my first um, collector's booster box for Double Masters 2022. Um, it's a very small box. We hope there's really good stuff in it. I mean, it's a little comical how little we're getting for this, but hopefully it's got some bangers in there to make up for it. Um, and it does have like all the cooler uh, foil treatments and stuff on it in this set. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right in and see what kind of goodies we can grab out of this little hoard. Okay, not. So I'm destroying the box to get into it. Okay. Yes, so they have an inner box. Okay, so we got the sealed box on the outside, and then we have our inner box. Okay, so it's the Rushing Nesting Doll of MTG boxes. Okay. So the packs in the box in the box. And there's only 4 of them. So I am going to wish upon my lucky stars that there's something awesome inside here. So let's see how this goes. This is the first pack. Okay, so in the draft packs, they had the best stuff at the front. I don't know if they collated them the same way here. Okay, so they do have the commons here. So Balustrade Spy, Deep Analysis, Settle Beyond Reality, God's Willing, Skeleton Archer. Okay, we have Dragon Arch in foil. We have Rakdos Carnarium in foil. Okay, we have an Unearth in borderless. Eternal Witness in borderless. Okay, we've got a Rampant Growth in borderless foil. It's common. Oh, we have a Terminate in borderless foil. We have a Guided Passage. Reveal the cards in your library. An opponent chooses from among them a creature card, a land card, and a non-creature land card. You put the chosen cards into your hand, then shuffle. Okay. Marquesa, the Black Rose, in this like really pretty art. Borderless. It's not a foil, but it's pretty. We have Ural, the Mist Stalker. So this looks to me like this is a so this is either the let me see, I'm gonna look this up. Ural. Okay, so this is the etched foil version of that. $23.79. Wow. And we have a Gifts Ungiven, and this is in a borderless foil. Looks like it's just a regular foil. And we have a cat dragon foil token and a spirit token. So I had looked up the Earl. Yeah, so I gotta see. I got too many computers to look at. Control find gifts. So the Gifts Ungiven in the borderless foil is $4.75. Okay. The Earl we said was 23 or 24. Control find Marquesa. Okay, Marquesa in the borderless is 901. Guided. And a guided passage, just a regular foil. It's only 56 cents. Okay. So the Earl with the foil etched is 23. Okay, 23.79 is for the foil etched version. Oh, and also maybe just curious about the uncommons, whether they actually achieve value with these variants. Okay, so that's only 219, and it's probably not worth looking up the commons unless I guess they're special. Yeah, $3 for the rampant growth. Okay, so at least there was a $23 one in there, and there was a couple. That Marquesa is really pretty. Okay, we're gonna go into the second pack. So we want to top those. Okay, so we have a Spell Pierce, a Disfigure, a Ground Assault, Jeskai Elder, Arachnus Web, Orzhov Pontiff as an uncommon. We have Young Pyromancer foil as an uncommon. Kasali Pride Mage in borderless. Monastery Swift Spear in borderless. And, you know, even though the common ones aren't going to be worth much, I think the borderless is just a really pretty format. So there's the Burning Tree Emissary in the borderless foil. Okay, we have an Orzhov Basilica in the borderless foil. We have Elsha the Infinite in foil. We have an Assassin's Trophy borderless. We have Shattergang Brothers. This looks to be an etched. You know, so Shattergang Brothers etched foil. So it's got a menu of things where you pay 2 and a color. For black, you can sacrifice a creature, and each other player sacrifices a creature. Or you can sacrifice an artifact. For red, and each other player sacrifices an artifact. Or you can sacrifice an enchantment, and each other player sacrifices an enchantment. Okay, and then here we have Emiel the Blessed in borderless foil, regular or borderless foil. And we have a Drake and a Knight So let's see. Elsha. Find Emil. Emil the Blessed. And borderless foil is 25.74. Shattergang Brothers in etched foil is only 401. Elsha the Infinite in foil is 78 cents. Assassin's Trophy in borderless is 1114. Okay. And I want to look up the Pyromancer and the Basilica control. Fine. Yeah, Pyromancer. That's just a regular foil. Is for 44 cents. Control find Orzhov. Okay, and it's still. Yeah, so I guess with the lands, because they're bounce lands and they're not as good as the battle bond lands, even in the nice treatment, they don't get a big boost. It's 269 for that version. Borderless, yeah. Okay, and I'm assuming the rest of that was no big deal. So yeah, so like we've got the yeah, so I think those are the winners of the first two packs. Okay, we'll move on to pack 3. Spark Mage's Gambit. Separate these piles out a little bit. Aether Snipe in foil. Even Initiate. Here are the games. Anointer of Valor. So there's the Dimir Aqueduct. We have a Skin Render. We have a Spell Pierce in Borderless. We have the Volgari Rot Farm in Borderless. And we have the foil version of that. We have Mentor the Meek in Borderless foil. So, Mael's Aria. So at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control if you control the creature with a power 5 or greater. Then you gain 10 life if you control the creature with power 10 or greater, and then you win the game if you control a creature with power 20 or greater. That sounds interesting. We have the Grim Flare. So this is another one with this distinct art style. So Richard Kane Ferguson. So I'm assuming visually, see, I know nothing about the artists really. Yep. So Richard Kane Ferguson. Yeah. So it's got the same kind of style as the Marquesa. That's nice. Now, Figure of Destiny. This happens to be our etched foil. Pithing Needle. So pithing needle in the borderless foil. So that's actually very pretty. Saproling and Eldrazi Scion. So pithing needle was done by someone else, I think. Ron Spencer. But yeah, it's like, Phyrexian Silence of the Lambs moth. Okay, so I have to hope that Mael or Grim Flayer is worth something. L. The Aria and the foil is just 488, so it is fine. Grim Flayer. Grim Flayer and the borderless is only 202. The Figure of Destiny foil etched is $1.33. So 846 for the pithing needle and the borderless foil. For kicks, I will look up. Try to find. Sorry. Yeah, so the Golgari is not worth a whole lot. Control find. Mentor. The Meek and borderless foil is $1.26. Okay. So the uncommons aren't going to rescue us there. So that was the worst pack so far. That's the one that says, why are you buying why are you buying this pack? Yeah, and I think that I've seen the full art for this card online, and there's hidden details in the art that are pretty cool. Okay. Yep, so I'm holding out for that last pack. I gotta get something amazing out of that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so I'm getting 3 more boxes of the collector, and we'll see. How much variance there is on what you're going to get out of these boxes, because it's Settle Beyond Reality, Deep Analysis, Skeleton Archer, Mana Leak, Thrive. We've got the Flicker Wisp in foil, Biogenic Upgrade in foil. We get our common Secret of the Way, but it's in borderless. We have a Wall of Omens borderless, so that's subtle and pretty. So you stare at it and you can see the beauty that's kind of like, yeah. It's actually kind of cool. We got a Spell Pierce in foil. So we got a Flicker Wisp in the borderless foil. We got a Conqueror's Flail in foil. We got an Allosaurus Shepherd in borderless. We have a Twin Flame in the foil etched. And we have a Smothering Tithe in borderless foil. Okay, so this is the pack that gives us the value, I think. Um, yes, so let's look this up. Okay, so Smothering Tithe, borderless foil is 55.37. Twin Flame foil etched is only 5.77. It's not a big end. So the Allosaurus Shepherd borderless is 40.90. Conqueror's Flail in foil. It's like 15. Yeah, so I think this box is it's probably underwater a bit. But yeah, you know, if you're gonna um if you're gonna ask if the player pays the two, do it in style. um, and Conqueror's Flail, +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control, and your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. That's, you know, it's 15 for a reason. And the Allosaurus Shepherd, which I just put the Jumpstart version in my green deck, not because of L's, but just because of you know, not getting my creatures countered. And people are into this art. So that's good. You know, the Pithing Needle isn't bad. That one was good. Marquesa is cool. Emil, Assassin's Trophy, probably. Yeah. Yeah, so those were the best of the bunch. So I don't quite know how to feel. I think you know, I'm hoping my other boxes that are on the way will be at least slightly better than this overall. Because I think that the value, yeah, I'll have to see what I paid for this box, but you know, I think that the good hits don't quite pay for the box. But there are some very good hits. You know, I know no, Anna is the Unicorn Queen. Anna MTG 19 something or other. I forget the numbers of her actual call sign. Um, yeah, you know, that would be up her alley. And this Mist, yeah, hexproof. It's +2 for each aura attached to it. So I think this is because it's yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, the Smothering Tithe, I actually haven't played it yet because I actually haven't played white in any of my decks yet. I'm working on some 5-color, like I'm jumping from green to 5-color. So there's going to be you know, good stuff from each of the colors that I'm gonna want to get out of my system. Um, so people will still have to deal with Smothering Tithe. It's not going to go away. It's reprinted, so you guys are stuck with it. It's going to happen every once in a while. But yeah. So anyhow, that's what I got out of this 4-pack box. um, and yeah. So I mean, there's some good good stuff in it. So I will be happy with that. But I still am kind of pulling to do a little better in the next 3 boxes, or at least one of them, to be a big payoff. But we shall see. This is all the Double Masters 2022 I have for the weekend. I just I'm processing the draft opening right now, so that'll drop first. And this is my Double Masters 2022 fix for the weekend. I won't get my next stuff until Monday or later, probably. So I'll have to figure out how I can fit in the breaks for that. But at least I got to get a taste of the Double Masters 2022 madness that's going on across the community. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the packs broken, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield, and see you soon. Bye.